I think for a long time, and especially as a woman of color, for the most part, assumptions are going to be made about your intelligence, your abilities, your capacity to lead. And one of the ways that we counteract negative assumptions is by going above and beyond, right? So you can't just be good, you've got to be great. And you can't just be great, you've got to be like the best, right? So that people will take you seriously. I'm just going to name it like white supremacist structures. What is privileged above all else is cognitive analysis, the analytical mind, the verbal expression, and take out feelings. Don't talk about gut, like it's all sort of up here. And I really bought into that for a long time, which makes sense, right? Because it is what you need to be successful. And so what I did was I kind of ignored those pits in my stomach, the churning in my chest. I've always been a person of faith and I would pray, but they were more anxious prayers, like trying to find comfort when I was feeling uncomfortable. What I've learned over the years is that the body has a wisdom to it and that we are spiritual beings as well. And so over the last couple of years, talking about books that have been really influential, I read The Body Keeps the Score, which is all about how we hold trauma in our bodies and how that impacts our physical health. And that's very real. My daughter was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease a couple of years ago that is very, very tied to stress and chronic stress. And many of the women in my family have autoimmune diseases. And now what we're seeing is that these are caused by being in a state of constant stress and all of the hormones that rush through your body when you're in that state. What happens when you're in fight or flight mode? Your brain is basically in the limbic system. We don't have access to the prefrontal cortex, which helps us make sort of rational decisions when we are feeling threatened. And so I've just learned a ton about what happens in our bodies, and then have also learned how do we actually soothe our bodies? How do we bring down our nervous system when it's in that fight or flight? I've done a lot of research while I've been here at Harvard on the vagus nerve and meditation and mindfulness, and how all of these things can help you stay connected to your body and then listen to the signals that your body is giving you. And it has been a game changer. Even when those big emotions come up, once you have the tools to settle in, to breathe, to not sort of clench every muscle in your fiber, you sort of create this openness that then allows you to see and feel what's happening around you.